It's January 23rd, 2024, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and this tie proves I'm not standing in front of a green screen. In Republican presidential primary news, Florida man and Governor Ron DeSantis has ended his presidential campaign. It's the first time in history that a non-sentient human has lost a presidential campaign. Turns out, nobody outside Florida is willing to vote for this guy. And then he misquoted Winston Churchill on X, which is formerly known as Twitter. How much longer do we have to keep saying that? DeSantis said he will quietly return to the Sunshine State, where he looks forward to protecting Florida children from dangers they face every day from the likes of Mickey Mouse and RuPaul. For the first time since their abduction, Israel was allowed to send boxes of medication to hostages in Gaza. This time, Hamas didn't steal the medication, because even they don't want COVID boosters. One of the Israeli hostages, known as Baby Kafir, celebrated his first birthday last week inside the Gaza tunnels. But don't worry, Gaza tunnels are just like the tunnels at Chuck E. Cheese. Except that somehow the Chuck E. Cheese characters have more of a soul than Hamas. New Hampshireans? Yeah, let's go with that. New Hampshireans have been receiving fake robocalls from Joe Biden, urging state Democrats not to vote today. Those who received the calls could immediately tell it was not the real Joe Biden speaking because the voice was both coherent and articulate. We are 10 days away from opening night of Sketchworks Wrapped, featuring some of our favorite sketches from 2023. We performed 81 new sketches last year. Did your favorites make the cut in Sketchworks Wrapped? Get your tickets and find out. Sketchworks Wrapped runs February 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 10th at Limelight Theater here in Atlanta. And now, with a special report from Limelight Theater here in Atlanta, here is Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Burton Cowden.
Hi, Brian. I'm here with some hard-hitting news. In the bathroom of Limelight Theater, I found this. The letter H. A little suspicious, don't you think? You know what? I think there's something bigger going on here. So, for NewsBrake, I vowed to go to every bathroom in the Atlanta area. I think there's going to be more letters. And what does it spell? What does it spell, Brian? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Back to you.
Thank you, Burton. Hopefully, the secret message is one of peace and harmony for all mankind. Yeah, it's probably not. Hey, speaking of messages, in order to promote tourism, a city in Kentucky has used a laser beam to send a message into space in hopes an extraterrestrial will visit. Because nobody on Earth wants to visit Kentucky. For the first time in history, a cloned animal, a rhesus monkey, has reached adulthood. They could tell the monkey was an adult because all his clothes were bought at Costco. A winter storm created unusual ice formations along Lake Michigan, with one particular sculpture resembling Animal from the Muppets. When asked to comment on the likeness, Animal stated, "Cold! Cold! Ah!" If you've been a longtime viewer of the show, you've never seen me do that before, but you have seen Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent and local hobo Allie O'Neill's ongoing coverage of joblessness in America. Let's check in with her now for the latest on this ongoing situation.
I don't know about that anymore. I got a job.
Thank you, Allie. And congratulations! A man was arrested in New York over the weekend after months of stalking Taylor Swift. The suspect is described as an NFL cameraman. Speaking of the NFL, Super Bowl 58 will be played February 11th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with over 65,000 in attendance. Sources say the cost of attending the Super Bowl will be between $10,000 and $11,000. Not to mention the hangover Monday morning, the mystery STI, and the incriminating pictures that could cost millions in blackmail money. All I really care about are the commercials. Oh, and the food. And maybe Usher's halftime show. The Buffalo Bills came close, but not far enough, to the Super Bowl. The Bills lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL playoffs, which means another 6 months of lamenting for Sketchworks' own John D. Babcock III. Turning to less popular sports, Stanford women's basketball coach Tara Vanderveer became college basketball's winningest coach the moment she won her 1,203rd game. However, because she's a woman, the NCAA determined Vanderveer actually won only 986 games.
We're Dungeons and Dragons! Congratulations, Sketchworks NewsBrake, on 203 episodes! Yay! Yeah!
Hey everybody, congratulations on NewsBrake episode 203. Can you believe that? 203 NewsBrake episodes. If you haven't seen them all, you probably should go back and watch them all, and then you'll be caught up. Or you can just jump right in. I don't know. But in numerology, 203 represents freedom and experience. And that's what you're going to get in this episode of NewsBrake. Freedom and experience. That's what you'll see. Brian, do you follow numerology at all?
You know, it's funny you should ask that, Babs. No, I don't. But hey, as long as I have you here, any comment on that Bills loss to the Chiefs Sunday night? A husband and wife in Kansas collected more than $200,000 in retirement benefits on behalf of a dead relative they kept in their home for 6 years. What's even more shocking is they didn't put sunglasses on the corpse in a hilarious attempt to make people think he was still alive. An American airline passenger bit a flight attendant, forcing the plane to return to Tokyo. Man, these Americans will eat anything, said Japanese officials. Burt's Bees and Hidden Valley Ranch are making a lip balm flavored like ranch dressing. For those of you who are wondering what it tastes like to kiss the fat sorority sister. Hey, if you'd like to see more special guests on Sketchworks NewsBrake, like the Jet Engine Dragons, then be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, check out our link tree so you can find out more about everything we're doing, like our summer sketch comedy camp for kids and teens, upcoming shows, Sketchworks merch, and more. Just scan the code on your screen or click the link below. Below. And that is our gratuitous plug segment. A man in Portugal claims to have the world's oldest dog at 31 years old, which coincidentally is the exact age where Leonardo DiCaprio starts referring to women as old dogs. The Golden Raspberry Awards, or the Razzies, have announced this year's nominees, with Sylvester Stallone leading the count with 7 nominations. Sources say Stallone is still bitter after winning Worst Actor of the Century in 2000. At least Rocky is still a great movie. The first one, not the 200 sequels. After laying off almost all of their staff, Sports Illustrated will likely no longer publish the magazine, including the swimsuit edition. Which means now I'm just going to have to watch porn. For the articles. A California woman was arrested Wednesday for stealing over $2,500 worth of the popular Stanley tumblers. Police learned the woman was arrested in 2016 for stealing $2,000 worth of the then popular Yeti mugs. The woman has been charged with grand theft and acts of domestic Karenism. Hundreds of people in South Dakota set fire to an effigy of a mountain pine beetle in order to raise awareness of the bug's destructive effect on nature. It's a good thing fire doesn't have a destructive effect on nature. Finally this week, a heartwarming story. Police helped a couple deliver their baby girl in a parked car along Route 15 in New Jersey during a winter storm. Oh, there she is. Oh, isn't she cute? The baby's father, who apparently doesn't know how to drive in a snowstorm, said the irony of the situation is that this is where the baby was conceived, in a filthy ditch off the New Jersey Turnpike with some random cop watching. Certainly an uplifting tale for all of us. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxell. Say hi to your mom for me. Tell her I'll meet her on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Are we expecting a hostage deal anytime soon?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, where?